D-Hop.
It's the D-Hop talking shop.
Yo.
Yeah. We talking with D-Hop.
Yeah.
Tell me which team you got. Yeah. On the D-Hop talking shop.
Yeah, it's your boy D-Hop.
D-Hop talking shop.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. We talking with D-Hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me which team you got.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. On the D-Hop talking shop.
Welcome to the D-Hop Talking Shop.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the D-Hop Talking Shop, officially episode 18. I would like to give a shout out to my guy Blaze Taylor before I get to today's show started. I'd like to give a shout out to him for coming on my last podcast. We did a Zoom call together and it was a dominant episode. Really probably one of my favorite episodes that I've done so far, so I had to want to give a quick shout out to him before I get today's show started. So let's go ahead and get today's show started. So before I start off talking about everything, I would like to give you guys my top 5 teams heading into week 14. So number 5, I got the Miami Dolphins coming in at the 5 slot. So I know they had a tough loss against the Tennessee Titans, but I expect them guys to bounce back. They got a favorable schedule after the Cowboys. They got a favorable schedule, so I expect them guys to, to dominate towards the end of their season with all the injuries that has happened in the AFC. I expect them to still be a top contending team out in the AFC, so the Dolphins at 5. Number 4, I got my Philadelphia Eagles coming in at 10-3. I know we haven't looked the best the past few weeks, but I expect us to bounce back. We have a favorable schedule also, too, headed towards the end of the season. So it's been a tough, rough weeks for my Philadelphia Eagles, man, but we going to bounce back, man. Small thing to a giant. Number 3, I got the Dallas Cowboys coming in, and ever since I got to show the Cowboys some love. So ever since they lost to the 49ers, those guys been hitting on all cylinders. Dak Prescott has been putting up MVP numbers, and if you ask me if I had an MVP vote, Dak Prescott would definitely be my MVP, man. He caught my Philadelphia Eagles up, man, but I'm gonna get back on that game later on down in this podcast. Number 2, I got the Baltimore Ravens, Action Jackson, and Odell Beckham has been looking real good the past few weeks. He's been scoring, and I had said if Odell get a little bit more healthy, I expect the offense in Baltimore to roll. So, yeah, those guys, they had a dominant win against the Los Angeles Rams, and that was a real good game that they had in overtime. So, shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. That's a team I got that might be going to the Super Bowl this year in the AFC. And number 1, I got the San Francisco 49ers. As Brock Purdy has been looking elite. Ever since those guys had that 3-game losing streak and came off their bye, those guys have been looking real good, been looking like one of the top teams. That's another team. Like, really, I got the Ravens and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Like, picking up back on the 49ers, I actually had high hopes. I felt good about the Philadelphia Eagles beating the 49ers when we played them a few weeks ago. But before the game, when I seen those guys dressed in all black, I was like, yeah, my Philadelphia Eagles about to get stumped. So I knew it, and we lost. So, yeah, that was a tough pill to swallow, man. But moving on, I'm going to talk about this playoff picture. So we getting down to the nitty-gritty with 4 games left, so I'm going to get into the playoffs. So out in the AFC, this is the playoff bracket right here. Out the AFC, we got the Baltimore Ravens coming in at number 1, the Miami Dolphins at number 2, and the Kansas City Chiefs at number 3. So, due to the Baltimore Ravens beating the Los Angeles Rams, the Miami Dolphins losing to the Tennessee Titans, and the Kansas City Chiefs losing to the Buffalo Bills, the Ravens are the top seed in the AFC right now. And ain't it actually surprising that the Kansas City Chiefs is the number 1? Because, we all used to seeing the Kansas City Chiefs being number 1. So, with a few games left, I got the Baltimore Ravens, top team. Another team that's trying to creep in the playoffs is the Denver Broncos. I had wanted to show them some love, give a shout out to the Denver Broncos. Those guys never gave up on their season. They started the season 1-5. So now they like 1 game back out the wild card chasing the Colts. And yeah, the AFC is coming down to where a lot of little injuries that has happened in the AFC side. So we're going to see that. Now I'm going to switch over to the NFC. Now to the NFC side, we got the San Francisco 49ers at 1, Dallas 2, and my Philadelphia Eagles 3. So, like I said, the 49ers have been looking dominant. So, due to them beating the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys beating my Philadelphia Eagles, the 49ers claim the top spot. So, honestly, when I talk about the playoffs, I'm really not tripping about the Philadelphia Eagles not having the 1 seed. Honestly, I don't want the number 1 seed. I want the Philadelphia Eagles to finish at number 2. And the reason why I say that is because if we stay at number 2, depending on how everything plays out, the 49ers and the Cowboys will play each other. So when the Philadelphia Eagles will probably face like the Lions or Packers, somebody like that. And I don't care. I'm taking the easy way out because I really feel like that's a better, because I want the 49ers and the Cowboys to play each other while the Eagles are still in. So that means one of those teams going to be put out. So that's the playoff talk, the rankings. So who do you guys think going to end up with the number 1 seed out the AFC and the NFC? Let me know that in the comments. So another situation I want to talk about is the Bryce Young situation in Carolina. And been seeing a lot of little nitpicking, a lot of people on social media saying that the Panthers should have drafted C.J. Stroud. And I'm like, yeah, C.J. Stroud has been looking good with the Houston Texans. Don't get me wrong about that. But, I really feel like it's unfair that everybody's already calling Bryce Young a bust after, because, look at the Carolina Panthers roster. They have no offensive line, no receivers, no tight ends. His best receiver is Adam Thielen. And Adam Thielen was a good receiver in the league. But, he's up there in the age now, man. So it's like, he's not the same player. So I just don't really feel like he has the support in Carolina. So, yeah, C.J. Stroud had the better season. C.J. Stroud more than likely is going to win Rookie of the Year. They might as well hand him the trophy now. But I was like, hold on. I just really feel like we should chill on the Bryce Young take so far. It's like, it's way too early to already call a player a bust after 1 season. Let's see what he do when Carolina give him some weapons, because I'm pretty sure Carolina Panthers are going to give him some weapons, man. At least I would hope so. You got to help your rookie quarterback out, man. So, I just really like people just chill on Bryce Young, because I really feel like he's still going to be a good quarterback. I still believe in him. So, I just feel like we just overreacting too much on saying Bryce Young is already bust. Like I said, let's just see what weapons he get, then let's judge him there from about 3 years from now. Then we'll see what's going on, because a lot of quarterbacks make that jump in year 2, year 3. That's how it usually happens. And they always make that jump when they get another receiver. So really feel like Carolina just need a lot of work to do. And I really feel like the Carolina Panthers should shut Bryce Young down for the season just to avoid injury. So, but moving on, man, I got to get in on this Philadelphia Eagles and this Dallas Cowboys game. And, man, I was sick to my stomach watching this game. Lord knows I hate when my team lose to the Cowboys. But I got to go and show some love to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys officially beat my Philadelphia Eagles 33-13. And my Philadelphia Eagles seemed like we didn't have no sense of urgency. We got punched in the mouth, hit in the mouth. The Cowboys looked good on all cylinders. Shout out to Dak Prescott. He sliced and diced my Philadelphia Eagles defense, which everybody has done. Dak Prescott had 271 yards, 2 touchdowns with a QBR of 99. And he had one little turnover, but, I'm not going to lie. That Cowboys offense is dynamic. I already knew how that game started. When C.D. Lamb scored that open touchdown, I said, yeah, my Eagles in for a long run. It was a tough pill to swallow, man. So the Cowboys looking real elite. That defense, Stephon Gilmore locked A.J. Brown up, Bland, and it was all crazy, man. But I got to show love to the Cowboys. As much as I can't stand them, I give props, I give respect when it's due. Those guys been playing without Trayvon Diggs, so, them guys really have been showing up, and I got those guys. Those guys might be going to the end. I know a lot of Eagle fans don't want to hear this, but, Dak Prescott really has outplayed Jalen Hurts this entire season. And honestly, if you have my vote, I know in the race in the end, it's going to come down between Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy. But if you ask me, Dak Prescott is the MVP this season. And the reason why I say Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy has looked at average when he didn't have Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel, man. But yeah, Dak Prescott. So, Jake Ferguson, hey, that guy's a dog, man. That guy's an animal. It's like from start to finish, them guys just have a number. But honestly, I didn't expect for my Philadelphia Eagles to win in Dallas. We always lose in Dallas, man. Them guys, Dallas is dominant at home. So I really feel like if Dallas do get that 1 seed, they probably going to go all the way, because ain't nobody beating them at home. Like, that's just how much I respect the Cowboys at home. So, but honestly, I'm a really kind of relax a little bit, because we'll see, because really honestly at that Eagles game we really just didn't have our best game offensive wise. AJ Brown was dropping passes, Devontae Smith was dropping passes, we couldn't run the ball, and it was just a whole lot of, we was getting in scoring range moving the ball on the defense, but we kept fumbling. We fumbled like 3 times in like the red zone possession. So I'm like, maybe if we didn't ever fumbled those 3 times, we may would have been having a different conversation. I'm not saying the Philadelphia Eagles would have won, but I really feel like that it would have been closer than what it was, but 33-3. But yeah, shout out to the Cowboys, though. They beat us. But I will leave you guys with this. What Stephen A. Smith say, y'all are an accident waiting to happen. What can goes wrong will go wrong. And just wait, Cowboy fans. I know y'all happy about beating my Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all got y'all get back, man. 1-1, But like Stephen A. Smith said again, what can go wrong will go wrong. Y'all are accident waiting to happen. So we'll see what y'all do in the playoffs, and let's see who's going to have the last laugh then. But until then, I clap it up for y'all. Y'all beat my Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see y'all again, though, man. But moving on to another subject before I close this podcast, I want to get in on this college football playoff drama. I really feel like Florida State really should have gotten in. They did finish the season 13-0. Like, I understand they lost Jordan Travis, their quarterback, But I really feel like you shouldn't like punish a team because their quarterback got hurt when those guys were still winning football games, Like, I know Florida State, I know they drove about having a chance, but since it's crazy that, we're going to the 12-team format next season, so hey, this is the year when we really need it. So I'm glad we're going to have the 12-team format in college football next year because, man, after the drama that unfolded this year in college football, we really needed it, man. But I really feel like Florida State should have won it. So now we have Michigan playing Alabama and we have Washington playing Texas. So I got Alabama winning the whole thing. You know how it is with SEC. I got to pull for the SEC being an LSU fan. So, let me know that in the comments who you guys think gonna win the college football playoffs. So, and before I close the show, I would like to give a shout out to Jaden Daniels as an LSU fan. He's won the Heisman. In the last 8 years, Jaden Daniels has become the second quarterback in LSU history to win the Heisman as a quarterback. See, I really hate that we had a Heisman Trophy winner quarterback and we didn't have a defense. Our defense really sold us out this year, so I really feel like if we would have had a dynamic defense, we would have been playing in the playoffs. We would have been trying to go for our 5th national championship, man. But it's all good, man. So, but shout out to Jaden Daniels. I expect him to be a first-round pick. Can't wait to see where he lands. In other news, Draymond Green has been suspended indefinitely, and Giannis scored 64 points against the Pacers. So, hey, but that's all I got, man. So if you guys like today's video, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the D-Hop Talking Shop.